Title: The Titanic's Untold Story. A Journey of Dreams and Tragedy. April 10, 1912. Thousands gathered at the docks of Southampton, eyes filled with wonder as they beheld the largest moving object ever created by man. The RMS Titanic wasn't just a ship. It was a dream, a floating palace promising luxury, adventure, and a better life. But within 5 days, this dream would shatter in the icy waters of the Atlantic. And yet, beyond the tragedy, there lies a story of heroism, fate, and the lessons that still echo over a century later. This isn't just a story about a ship sinking, that it's about the people, the rich, the poor, the hopeful, and the heartbroken. It's about decisions made in the final moments, the unimaginable courage, and the eerie predictions that hinted at disaster long before the Titanic ever set sail. Act 1. The promise of a new life. The Titanic was called unsinkable, a marvel of engineering with opulent ballrooms, grand staircases, and first-class suites rivaling five-star hotels. But in the lower decks, hundreds of immigrants packed in a third class, clinging to their one-way ticket to the American dream. Among them was a young Irish girl, Maeve O'Connell, leaving behind the fields of Galway for a fresh start in New York. Unbeknownst to her, fate had other plans. Act 2. The Night That Changed History. April 14th, 1912, at a cold but calm night. The Titanic sailed confidently at full speed despite multiple iceberg warnings. At 11:40 p.m., lookouts Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee spotted a towering iceberg. The warning bell rang, but it was too late. The ship grazed the iceberg, and a 300-foot gash ripped through its side. Water gushed in, dooming the Titanic as chaos erupted. First-class passengers were escorted to lifeboats, while hundreds in third class struggled against locked gates and rising water. The unsinkable ship was sinking fast. Meanwhile, on the deck, Captain Edward Smith stood firm, ensuring as many as possible made it to safety. The band played Nearer, My God, to Thee, refusing to abandon their instruments even as the ship tilted into darkness. Maeve, trapped below deck, fought through the flooding corridors, clinging to hope. At last, a brave crew member broke open a locked gate, allowing her and dozens of others to reach the upper decks. But there weren't enough lifeboats. The reality was grim: women and children first. Maeve was lifted onto a lifeboat, her eyes searching for the friend she left behind. Act 3. Heroes farewells. The final moments as lifeboats rowed away, the Titanic's stern lifted high into the night sky. Hundreds clung to the railings, refusing to let go. Among them was John Jacob Astor, one of the richest men in the world, who had the power to escape but chose to stay with his wife. There was also Thomas Andrews, the ship's architect, who quietly observed his masterpiece's final moments, accepting his fate. At 2:20 a.m., the Titanic disappeared beneath the waves, leaving over 1,500 souls in the freezing water. The silence that followed was deafening. Act 4. Survival and Legacy. Maeve's lifeboat was rescued by the RMS Carpathia, along with just over 700 survivors. As she stepped onto the deck, her dream of a new life felt bittersweet. The Titanic had promised a future, but in the end, it became a lesson written in history. But here's the real question: did we learn from it? The Titanic's tragedy led to major changes in maritime laws, from lifeboat requirements to iceberg patrols. Yet even today, human arrogance continues to challenge nature. UTRO, call to action. The Titanic wasn't just a ship. It was a symbol of hope, ambition, and human error. And its story still haunts us. What do you think? Was it fate, bad luck, or sheer arrogance that led to the Titanic's downfall? Let's discuss in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from history. Until next time, stay curious and stay inspired.